Heidi ho, everybody. We are down on the... Oh my gosh, who is that? That is Bessie. I didn't realize she was right behind me. I'm sorry. We try and come up with something goofy to do. But we are down on the farm once again. And gosh, I'm so excited to be here. I've been planning this one for a couple of days now, working on my projects. I hope you guys are all doing really, really great out there. Hope you had a wonderful weekend. Hope you had a fantastic Mother's Day. I hope you were able to somehow communicate with your children and your mom and your grandma in some way, and share that day and some memories and some fun times. And anyway, I hope it was really, really nice for you. So, wow, what are we going to do today? What do you think? I'm thinking I'm going to try not to do that the whole thing. Got the flannel on, you know. This is what we're going to work with today. We're going to make a card, and it is going to be farm based. The other day, was that just last week? I think it was already. We worked with the barnyard. We made the barnyard card, and so I had a lot of questions about that. And one of the questions that somebody asked me was, can we use the cow in the other set, which is this set? Can we use this cow with that barn? And initially I thought, I don't think we can because they're not sized right. I shouldn't say not sized right, but the barn is made for the pocket images, or the really little characters. And then the cow is a larger cow. And so when I was thinking about, well, how am I going to do this card and what do I want to do with this set, I thought, well, I can just put, I'm going to show you what I'm going to do, but I'm going to show you as we go. But I thought I can use that barn in the background. And so that's what we're going to do. So first, before we go too far, I want to give a shout out to people. Alan, does it look really dark on the screen? Because for some reason it looks really dark to me when I'm looking right now. Can you tell me? I hope it looks really dark on camera there. So let me see if I can brighten this up a little bit. Nope. I don't know what's happening here. No, it's not. I don't know what we're doing with the lighting here, but it's really dark. So I am so sorry about that. Yeah, I don't know what's going on. It might be because I've got the sun behind me. I'm not sure. But anyway, I'm not going to spend too much time on that. I want to give a big hello to everybody. Let's see who is here. Yeah, gosh, we have a good crowd. Thank you all for coming. Hi, Lisa Rolova. And who do we have here? We have Andrea, I'm guessing, Shelly, and Eileen, and Sandy's here. Hi, everybody. Carolyn, Sue, Donna. Who do we have over here on Facebook? Let me take a look. Oh, Stephanie's on. Yay. Hi, Stephanie. We got Sharon again. Hi, Sharon. And Margaret Chapman. It's so great. I can't even tell you how blessed I am that so many of you come to this time and time again. Kathy and Patty. It's just so great. Thank you guys so much. I'm going to switch cameras right now so I can show you really what we're going to be working with. So give me just 2 seconds here. 2 shakes of a lamb's tail. I'm so sorry. All right, I'm going to get rid of this image over here. Okay, here we go. This is the Homegrown With Love. This is what I was showing you. And then it has a coordinating die set. Now this stamp set is really, really cool because it's basically solid stamping. So there isn't a whole lot of coloring that goes on. All the coloring you're going to do is going to be with your ink pads. So we're going to be working with that today. Let me show you the back side of that. You already saw that. And then, yes, this is my copy. And then these are the dies, and you can see on the back which die goes with which of the images. We always try and put that on the back for you. So these are the 2 sets that we're going to be working with. So we've only got an hour, so I'm going to jump right on in. Oh, let me show you too, before I forget, because I always forget to do this. As I'm working on my projects and prepping for these, I always end up pulling other products in because I like to have a really well-rounded and well-balanced scene. So I pulled out the Farmer's Market papers. We're going to work with those. I pulled out the Rainy Day stencil, and we are going to work with the barnyard stamp and dies, and then my favorite little country fence. So these will be listed below in the description. I will get that up hopefully tonight, maybe tomorrow. I was trying to get it up there today before we even went live, and time was not on my side. Let's put it that way. So here we go. I'm going to get started. Let me get my glasses so I can see, so this all makes sense. The first thing I'm going to do with this is I'm going to create a, Alan is my husband, for those of you that don't know. Can you grab me a scrap sheet of the paper over there, just the white right there? Nope, behind that, the half sheet, perfect, right there. I'm going to do a little bit, I seem to always forget some of my products. I don't know why, it just happens, so I'm so sorry. I'm going to do a very, very quick little cloud scene up at the top, or cloudy sky as a part of the scene. I'm going to put that up at the top here, and I'm working with my favorite blue, which is Marina Madness. I absolutely love this for the sky. It's not too gray. It's not too deep, like a, you know, like it doesn't have a lot of purple in it, I guess is the way to say it. It's just a beautiful bright color. So I've got my little brush. I always go off a little bit just so I don't get too much color, and I'm going to do this kind of light. I'm going to use the edge. If you remember our stencils, when we have these scene building stencils, we always try and utilize the edge as part of your scene building. I'm going to stagger this over just a little bit, pick up a little bit more, and pop a little more blue in here. And I'm going to leave a little bit of white up above it so they look like they're billowing. I just love that. I'm going to stagger it one more time and do another. You can see how quick and easy that is. So pretty. Let me go ahead, and I'm going to do a very quick clean on this. Just a little bit of water. It is a hybrid ink that I use, so that will eventually dry. It is going to stain my stencil just a little bit, but I don't care about that. Then I'm going to come in with what's left on here, and I'm just going to come in and bring a little bit of blue in on the sides, just because when I start to build my scene, I don't want to have a whole, you know, like a whole lot of white. So I'm just, I guess you could say I'm cleaning off my brush. There we go, just a tiny little bit. I don't know if you can see that. Can you see that little bit of blue? It's very faint. I think it looks even a little more faint for you guys than for me. But it is there, I promise you. So let me put that away. And then the next thing I'm going to do, I'm going to set this aside. And we're going to move on to my stamp set. Where did I put it? It's right here. I'm going to do a little bit of stamping. I've got my Misty here. Still waiting for my new black Misty. Hoping that is going to be coming soon. And then I've got a piece of my cardstock here. Let me move this up a little bit so we're a little more in the center of the screen. If anybody has any questions, please ask me questions. Anything you want to know, you can ask me personal questions and I will try to answer if I can. You can ask me questions about product or questions about technique or anything. You know, I'll do my best. Please keep, you know, politics and religion, those are off topic. Not gonna go there. So our stamps, by the way, are clear stamps if you're not familiar with them already. I'm going to pull Bessie out. I'm going to do this in this direction. I'm going to pull Bessie out and we're going to get her stamp. Now I'm going to stamp one at a time. I tend to stamp one image at a time instead of a whole group of images, just because the more you have the more stamps you put on your stamping platform at one time, or you're stamping black or whatever it is, the more likely you are to have inconsistencies when you stamp. So our stamps are photopolymer. They are made right here in the United States. And if you're not familiar, I put a little bit of tape on my magnets here to make it easy to move them around. I saw somebody do that. That is not my technique. I wish it was, but it is not. It was just a great idea that I saw somebody else do. Okay, so I put a generous amount of ink on there. Now, when you're solid stamping like this with these, you know, with a really large surface on your stamp, you have a greater chance of, you know, needing to stamp more than once. So let's see how we did. That one did pretty good. Let me put it back in place. I'm going to go one more time and see how we do. Sorry about my arm. I am right-handed, so I had to put my arm over there. Now let's see how we did. Oh, much better. I still have a little bit in there, so I'm going to go one more time. Give it a good press over here in that area. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Then go ahead and clean that stamp then. I am going to take a moment and go over it with our extreme clean. Oops, I just got it all over the place. That's okay, because I'm going to be cutting out these images anyway. So I'm going to use the extreme cleaner to make sure I get the residue off of this stamp, because it is a lot of ink on a solid surface there. And even though it stains it, I want to get off the excess so that next time I go to stamp it, it's not going to, you know, blend black in with something else. So we've got a couple of questions. Allie is asking, what brush are you using? This brush, to be perfectly honest with you, is a makeup brush. But the only reason I'm using this one is because they were the first ones that I ever bought. Oh, I just realized I got ink all over me. Somebody asked me that question once. How come I never get ink all over you? Well, look, I do. Anyway, but I do use the brushes by Picket Fence. They're really, really nice. Here they are. Let me show you. I've actually got a pack right here. These are the ones that I use. And they're super, super nice. I highly recommend them. So thank you, Mr. Allen, for handing me that. And do I have a stamp club? You know, we don't, but we've thought about it. So, you know what? Let me put this question out to you. You know, would you guys be interested in a stamp club or a stamp kit that either we sold? Ooh, what happened? Oh, I hit the button. Sorry about that. I hit the button. Would you guys be interested in a stamp kit? You know, there's always got to be some sort of faux pas when we're doing this. Why does it always happen? My elbow hit. That way you know we're live and we are amateurs. Okay. So anyway, would you guys be interested in some sort of a stamp kit that we either sold direct from our store or maybe from retail stores? If you could let me know that, that would be something you could leave in your comments. That would give us a good idea. Okay, so now I'm stamping this Rooster, who is just the cutest little thing. I love farm animals. I think I mentioned before, if I could live on a farm, I would. I would have to have some farm hands, though, because I'm not too interested in cleaning up after the animals. I just want to feed them and play with them and snuggle them. And then Erlene is asking, what do you use to clean your stamps? This is our Extreme Clean stamp cleaner. It's really, really good stuff. It's fantastic for the hybrid inks. You should know the hybrid inks, it is a somewhat of a permanent ink because it's a combination ink. And so it is going to stain your stamps even if you use this cleaner. I don't care about the stain. I just want to get the excess off of there so that when I go to use it again, it's not going to, you know, bleed one color into another. So let me go ahead and put that little guy away. Okay. So here, these are the only two characters that I'm going to stamp from the set. And next thing we're going to do is, if I can open this up. There you go. I'm going to show you guys how beautifully these dies fit around the characters. They really, really are nice. So I've got my cow and my little rooster. And this is how I do it. This is what I recommend. This is my purple tape. I'm just going to cut a couple little pieces. Now watch how beautifully these line up. We come right up to the edge all around so that you can see if you have centered the image in there. And we come really, really close. Because we don't want to leave a lot of excess. So this is what you're going to do. You're going to line them up like this. I always tape them into place. This is purple tape. It's by Thermoweb. And it is absolutely wonderful. It looks like the painter's tape that you see at, I don't know, Lowe's and stuff. But it's not. This is not as sticky as that, but it is stickier than a sticky note. And you can remove it without tearing your paper or anything. That's my advertisement for them. It really is good stuff. So, okay. Through the magic of live video, I have my cow and my rooster already cut. Isn't that great? Yeah, fantastic. And I bet my machine didn't make as much as your machine, as much noise as your machine made when you do it. So, okay, let's put them up here. They are ready to go. Now, if you guys remember last week, we worked with this barn. I stamped the barn. I painted it, watercolored it and everything, cut it out with the die, and we opened and closed all those little doors and windows. If you're not familiar with it, if you weren't here for it, look at one of my videos from last week. I think it's called Barnyard Card. The difference between what we did last week and what we're doing this week is I took it, and I didn't color this. I didn't paint this. I took it and I stamped it. Here's the thing. I did not want to spend a lot of time coloring. And so I thought, what is another way to use this stamp? So I went to my farmer's market paper and I pulled out this piece of paper. This beautiful bright red wood. And in black, I stamped that barn right on there. So it looked just like this. Okay, or like this, however it lined up, doesn't matter. All right, so that's how it was. And when you first do that, it's not going to look great because all the lines are going to be light black. But then I took one of my markers, and this one happens to be a Copic multi-liner. This is a really good, thick, fat marker. I took and I colored in all of this trim that I wanted to be black so that I could really make that look like a barn, and so you could really see all of the elements, and I think it turned out just beautiful, and it only took me a few minutes to do that, and I cannot tell you how pleased I am. I think I spent about an hour watercoloring the one last week, which was beautiful. Don't get me wrong, I absolutely loved it, but when you're pressed for time, this is an excellent way to go. So I strongly recommend, if you have this set, I strongly recommend you give that a try because that was pretty cool. Let's see. One of the papers in this set, and I can't pull it out. I can't pull out the whole sheet for you, but it's this one right here. We have the little barn, and it has hills. I can't pull the whole sheet out for you because you get two in a pack, and I've already used them both. But you can see what it's like here. This is a good example of it. Let me put this barn over here. This is the paper pack. or not paper pack, but this is kind of what the paper looks like. We have the barn in the corner, and then we have all these beautiful patterns to make it look like we have these hills. And so again, for a really quick and easy background scene, I thought this would be super, super cute. And then I went ahead and with this country fence, I die cut this little barn, or this little fence. Because this, you know, and if you're familiar with our fences, we have a large fence like this and we have a small fence like this. And the smaller one I thought worked really, really nicely with this cow in the way that I'm going to be using it. You could get away with the larger one with the cow as well. Let me show you how we're going to assemble this, because as it turns out, this was a very quick and easy card. Okay. Now, this is going to fit right on a card base. I have a card base here that is A2, which means that it is 5.5 inches tall and it is 4 1/4 inches wide, folded. And then I have a card topper, which is heavier. I like to build my card on the card topper, and then I apply it to the card base. So I'm going to go ahead and we're going to start putting this together. Now, as you can see, this does not line up. It's not going to fit. Actually, you know what? Well, okay. You can see it's not going to fit. So I ended up cutting 1/4 inch off of each side so that it gives me a border when I mount it onto the card. And that's the one that I already created the sky on there. See that sky? So now you're going to start to see why I created that sky. So see how that fits now? So this is actually 4 inches wide. All right, so let's start building. I've got my handy dandy tape roll, and I'm just going to apply the tape on all sides there. Now this one is going to go flat on here. All right. So now you can see how that's lining up with that sky. Let me fix something here. This looks maybe a little too bright. I think that looks a little bit better. Can you see the sky better now? There we go. We gotta do something about the lighting. I'm not happy with how it is. We can't do anything about it right now, but okay. So the barn is then gonna go here, and then we're gonna layer over top of that. Now, the next thing that I need on here is a little sentiment. And on this particular card, I thought, since I was using the barn anyway, I thought about putting one of these sentiments on, and I think I'm going to go with howdy y'all, because I just think that is super cute. So let's pull this out of here. I'm going to set this aside, and we're going to stamp howdy y'all, and that's going to go up in the corner. Now, if you remember, the barn is going to go here, so I don't want to put it on the left side. I want to put this up here on the right. Let me make sure I have that so it's not upside down. Wouldn't that just be classic? Okay. Now, if I haven't mentioned it yet, and I don't think I have, we do a giveaway. Every live that we do, the only way I can call your name for the giveaway is if I know you're here, and you do have to be present to win. The only way I know if you're here is if you leave a comment. So you can leave any kind of a comment. You can ask a question or just say hi. You can tell me where you're from. But that's how we know if you are here, and that's how I know if I can call your name or not. So there we go. Howdy y'all. I'm going to give that one more. So I want it to be really strong. There we go. Howdy, y'all. Okay, I'm going to give this a quick clean with my, you know what this is, I've got a little issue here. I'm going to make a mess. Let me get that cleaned a little bit. Sorry. Must have tipped. This is even. See how it's a little bit wet in there? I think that bottle must have tipped at some point. There we go. So we've got that done. You know, when we do our sentiments too, we always try and come up with fun little sentiments and interesting and kind of unique fonts so that you know, so we keep it fun and keep it, you know, keep doing some different things and give you guys a really good variety. So here we go. Now, this one, okay, now notice what I did. We have the hills, right? You can see how these hills are. All I did was took scissors and trimmed around the hills, and that's what I did with this one here. I just trimmed around the hills. I could have done it here, right? You can do it wherever you want. All right, so whatever size you need, that's what you're going to want. So I'm going to go ahead. Let me put this here. Just want to get a feel for where this is going to go, because I want the barn to look like it's in the background. All right, so this is about where I'm going to put that barn. It's right up above. This is like my little visual on it. Let's go ahead and get some adhesive on here. Remember, if you have any questions, please let me know. My husband is standing by. There we go. Oh, isn't that just cute already? I love it. I'm going to go ahead and, oops, we just lost camera number 1. There we go. We're back. Sorry about that. You would think we would have this down pat by now. Okay. You know what it is? The last show that we did last week, I don't think we had any errors, any problems. And we made the mistake of like high-fiving and congratulating ourselves afterwards. So we pretty much guaranteed that we were going to have some things go wrong this time. So all I'm doing is putting a little bit of foam on the back of this. Okay, I use really thin foam. I like the thin foam because it gives me options. If I want to build it up so that it's heavier, I can just put a couple of layers. But if I just want to keep it really thin and low, I can do that too. So this is where we're going with this. Isn't this cute? This is how I visualized it, and I'm kind of liking it. Look how cute. So even the fence is in the distance. That's why I said this fence still works. This little one works with this cow, but if you use the bigger fence, that would be beautiful too. It would just look like he was closer to it. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm just going to use some of my liquid adhesive here. Oh, see my ink here? That's because I stamped and I did something with it and I made a mistake, and I don't like to throw things out if they're still useful. I mean, this stuff, you know, this stuff isn't, you know, it costs money to buy all of your supplies, so I try and make them go far if I can, and I don't want to throw away a good piece of this heavy cardstock if I can use it. So if the only issue I have is a little bit of ink on the back of it, I will go ahead and just turn it over and use it. There we go. Perfect. Now I've already got, see how I doubled it? Can you see that? I don't know if you can see that. So I wanted this cow to be up a little bit higher, so I doubled it. And I'm going to put the cow right here. He is just too cute. And I only put 1 layer of foam on my little rooster because I really want that cow to stand out. how cute that is. And then the next step is to put this on the front of the card. Now I don't want to turn this over to do that. So I'm, to put the adhesive on it is what I mean. So I'm going to go ahead and put that right on the card front here. I'm going to come in a little bit because if you remember, I made this card topper a little bit smaller than the card base. So I came in a little bit with the adhesive. And now I'm going to center this as best I can without putting my head right in the camera. There we go. How cute! So there we go. That is how we can combine the larger cow with the Pocket Pals barn, and I think it is just the cutest thing. I love the solid stamping. It's really easy. There was almost no coloring in this whatsoever. The only coloring I did was, adding the black for the trim just to kind of, outline that barn. So let's see, Sharon is asking, if I could be an animal, which animal would I be? I would be my girlfriend Kat's, her name is Kat, it's K-A-T, I would be her dog.
I would be your dog.
Yeah, or I would be Stephanie's dog. Because they treat their animals very, very well. My husband says he would be my dog.
Oh, wait a minute.
Wait a minute. Are you all right? No. Okay, and then Allie is saying, when will I be back on HSN? Well, we actually have shows scheduled in July. I'm not sure if you were asking when we'll have product on there or when I personally will be on there. I don't know when I personally will be on there. It all has to do with travel and if I can travel or not. So we'll see. But we have shows scheduled in July, and I keep telling myself I have to remember to check out the dates because I keep forgetting the date. So let's put that aside, and we're going to go on to card number 2. And let me put some things away over here just because I have created a little bit of a mess, and I want to know, I've got to be able to get to things, know where some things are. So, all right, there we go. I have very limited space when we're doing this. Oh, Danielle's asking, where am I from? I am from right here in Michigan.
I think it's your accent.
I don't have an accent. I don't know what y'all are talking about. And no, we don't say y'all here. I just say y'all right now because, because I'm on the farm and it's cute. Not that there's anything wrong with saying y'all. I'm just saying, oh my goodness, I'm getting myself in hot water. Okay. But yes, I am from Michigan, north of Detroit. And that is, that's where our company is located. But I've been here my whole life. So here we go. I've done all the stamping here already. Got it all prepped for you. In addition to the stamp set that I've shown you that we've been working with, I pulled out this scalloped rectangle because I wanted to have this, it's the third, did I say stamp set? I meant die. No, in addition to the, whatever. I pulled out this die set because I wanted to work with this rectangle right here. It's the third die in, and it gives you a really, really nice debossed border, which I know there is no way you're going to be able to see on camera because the light is just not very good. But believe me, it does. It's really, really nice. So I want to show you. You just saw me do that solid stamping with the cows, or with the cow and the rooster. This is some solid stamping that I did. I just did a bunch of it. It's all from this set. Okay, so all from this set. I wasn't sure, let me flip this over so it's going in the right direction. I wasn't sure what I was going to use. And so I stamped a bunch of these, these little sentiments and signs and things in here. And I did them in some different colors. I liked the red. I couldn't tell if I liked it darker. I stamped this one twice with, what red did I use? I used Kiss Me Red for that. And then I can't remember, I think I used, I don't think that's Marina, yeah, that is Marina Madness that I stamped there. But But I couldn't decide if I liked it stamped twice or once. I kind of like it once. It gets a little bit darker when you stamp it a second time. So I have some different pieces in here. And we've got, let's see. We've got lemons. Oh, here's another one. So I just did a whole bunch of colors because I wasn't sure what I was going to do. And then I went ahead. One of my favorite things that's in this stamp set, and I'm going to show you how these two pieces work, because I think this is really, really cute. This right here. I think it's super, super cute. So I'm going to show you how to create that really easily. All right, so I have the card that I want to put this on. Where is the one that I started stamping on? All right, I'm going to use this. I want to have a piece behind this because I know I'm going to stamp off. All right, you're going to see me just working it there. All right. I know this is going to go over when I start stamping, and I don't want it to get on the background here. So that's all that was. I just tore a little scrap piece of paper. That was what I was doing some of that stenciling on earlier. And I'm going to grab the two stamps that I want to work with. They're right down here. So we have the leaves, and then we have the flowers. And this is one of the really fun things about solid stamping. You can layer in different, oh wow, as I throw things across. You can layer things. It's a jumpy little thing there. So all right, I'm going to lay this right on here just like this. This is the leaves at the bottom. Close that, pick it up. I'm actually going to lower these magnets down because I don't want that paper to lift. So I like to use olive branch a lot of the time when I'm working with grass and leaves. So I'm going to stamp these just in olive branch. There you go. Give that a quick clean. Just wipe that off. And then I'm going to move that over and finish that row right here. All right. So I'm only going to put some ink on the side here that is going to hit the paper. Sorry about my arm there. I'm right-handed. Okay. Stamp that. There we go. And see, that's what I didn't want to end up on the black, so that's why I put that extra little piece of paper in the background. Okay, so now let me put this away. I know, you know, I hope it doesn't bother you that I take the time to put the stamps away. I do that because I don't want to end up with dust all over them because they are sticky. Now, these are the little flowers, the tops of the flowers. So I can line this up now with the leaves that I just did. And because it's clear, I can see right through. And I've got my Kiss Me Red. I'm going to use Kiss Me Red on this. You can actually do a couple of different colors if you wanted. But just for the sake of time and because it also matches my card really nicely, I'm just doing one color. But I could actually ink this in multiple colors, or you could use markers. Isn't that pretty? You could use markers in different colors and color each of these little flowers if you wanted. And then let's put this one right down here, right where it goes. I may have stamped that one a little bit too close, but I think it's going to work anyway. There we go. Tiny bit of red. This is what I love about solid stamping. Isn't that pretty? In no time at all, I have this beautiful little flower border. I just think they're gorgeous. Solid stamping is just so much fun. It's crafting quickly, but you know, you also have the opportunity still to, you know, design how you want things to be laid out, because if you combine your solid stamps in different ways, in different layers, and different colors, you get unique results every time. So I just think it's so much fun. So, all right, let's get that put away. And I'm going to put this away as well. All right. So I'm going to use that one. And we're going to I'm going to show you how, once you have a bunch of pieces, here's all those little pieces that I was showing you that I was laying out. Once you have a bunch of pieces, it's really easy, quick and easy to put together a card. And then with any excess pieces, extra pieces that you might have, you then can, you can then just store those with your stamps and use them at a later date. Now, one of the things I did do, I stamped this really pretty little jar, and I just colored it with a little bit of blue because I wanted it to look like maybe it had some water in it. So it's a very, very light blue, and I added a little bit of red to the straw. So it's like a little jelly jar, and we're going to use it for a little drink. Now, I also love this. This is like my favorite paper pack, I think, of all time. Look at that. Isn't that so pretty? So I also pulled this paper from the Farmer's Market paper pack. And again, I have my A2 card, 4 1/4, 5 1/2. I cut 1/4 of an inch off of the length and the width so that I get a beautiful little white frame around it. You have any questions? Oh, Lisa's asking, what is my favorite color? You're not going to like this. My favorite color is brown. Believe it or not. If I had to come up with an actual color instead of more of a neutral kind of a tone, it would have to be blue. Blue would be second. But yeah, my favorite color is brown. I don't know why. I just love it. I like the warmth of it. Let's see. Okay, so we've got that on there. This is going to come together pretty quickly. I'm going to put this right here in the center. Now look how beautifully that fits, and we even have a little bit of a frame of that blue check in the background. So pretty. I'm going to go ahead and adhere this flat as well, as opposed to popped up on any foam. That's centered. I hope it's straight. There we go. All right. Now, let's see what we're going to do here. Thing that I know for sure is that I want to put that right here. And I want to put a sign. I already have some foam on the back of some of these. How's that? Or I'm going to go with the one that I stamped only once. This one doesn't have any foam, but I'm thinking that might go there. I actually like that better. I think that looks really cute. One of the things that one of the things I want to do was take one of these little lemons and clip right into it. Sorry, I'm talking in pieces. There we go. So I was thinking that this could be cute. It's like a little lemon wedge. Look how cute that is. All right, I'm liking it. I'm going to put a little tiny piece of foam behind that. So here's my foam. I'll cut this into some little pieces here. I'm using foam on it because I want it to be propped up, but I want it to be stuck on. So let me see if that's going to be enough. I have one layer. Oh, for goodness sakes, I'm right-handed, so let's see if we can do this. Yep, I think one is going to be sufficient. Whenever I have extra foam, and yes, this is my reel of foam, I've just put it right on that little reel. Actually, you know what? I think maybe I do need 2 now that I'm looking at that. I'm going to go ahead with 2 layers because I want it to really stand up. So 2 layers of foam on here. Let's see, how did I do that? There we go. So that's maybe, I don't know, 1/8 of an inch or a little bit more maybe. Slide that on there. Look how cute that is. It's like a little wedge right on there. I love it. So cute. I'm going to put some foam behind this jar. I like my cards to have a little bit of dimension. I don't want them to look like they're flat and, you know, just store-bought. I want them to look handmade and have something extra special about them, and I think the dimension is one of those things that's extra special. So put that on there just a little bit off center. I'm going to put some foam on the back of this as well, this little sign. I think that's so cute. Sweetness guaranteed. How cute. Put this up just a little bit. Get centered. Very cute. And then, let's see. I gotta finish this off with something simple. I was thinking of mixing the limes and the lemons together on this, but I don't think I'm gonna do that. I think it goes this way. Okay, so here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to put something sticky on the back of this, a little bit of adhesive on the back of here. These are just little leaves. There we go. So get those into place. This one's really moving around. And then I'm going to need even more, because I keep covering it up with the, keep covering up the adhesive that I put on there with the leaves or something. So let me lower that down. I don't want to cover up those flowers too much. All right, something's not happening here. Something's not working for me. Let me lower that down a bit more. See, this is the playful part. This is where you kind of have to figure out where you want things, because I don't want to cover up these flowers too much. So that's kind of cute. Let me take a look and see. This is where some of the fun is in figuring out sweetness guaranteed. I like this UR. I like this UR. Just trying to figure out where I could position it. Yeah. I don't know if I'm going to add anything to that. You know, I think I'm going to leave it, because the more I look at it, oh, I know what I was thinking I might do. It might be a little bit late. I was going to put this twine on here, this maybe. Let's see if I can still wrap that around there. Huh. I was thinking of putting this around here. You guys like that idea? Do you have any feedback? Anybody?
Gotta wait 2 seconds.
I might be a little late in trying to put this on here, but we're going to see how that works. I'm going to wrap it under here and around. There's one.
Yes, twine.
Yes, twine. Okay.
I like the twine.
All right, so let's try and sneak that in there. That'll be two times. And then I'm just going to knot this.
Twine is the divine.
All right, let me see if I can do this. See, now my lemon is in the way. I can get that on there. There we go. Very cute. Where's my scissors? Give that a little trim. See right there? All right, that's just cute. All right, that is the cutest finishing touch. How's that look? I'm going to trim this one a little bit. That one might be a little bit long. There we go. All right, I don't think there's any more pieces that I could fit on there, but I think that is a beautiful spring card. How cute is that? And then you could just finish it off with a handwritten note on the inside, or you could stamp another sentiment in there. But I think that's really pretty. So let's take a look at both cards. Let me get the other one over here. Here we go. We did 2 cards. Yay! How cute, how fun. I'm happy with these. Sharon is asking me, well, let me see. Let me go back here. Hi! 2 cards. I love when it works out. I think they turned out really cute. Sharon is asking, do you know why the ink from my markers beads up? Am I doing something wrong? The ink from my markers. Can you give me an idea of what you're trying to do with them when they bead up? Are you putting them on a stamp so that you can stamp with them? Are you coloring? Are they alcohol markers? What kind of markers are they? That information would be really helpful, Sharon, if you could tell me that. That'd be great. Alan, keep an eye out for that information.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, gosh, this was fun. The time goes by so quickly, and oh my goodness, look who's over here again. She's sticking her nose into my business. She's so cute. I just love her. I do have a love for cows and sheep, by the way. I absolutely love cows and sheep. I don't know what it is. I just think they're the cutest. Don't you just want to pet the bridge of her nose and give her some little kisses? I just think she's the cutest thing. Okay. She's over my shoulder here. All right, enough with the cow. We're going to do a giveaway. Giveaway. Oh, let me put this together so I can show you what we're going to give away. And this will give you time to get your comments in there if you haven't done so already. Alan, can you check and see if Sharon gave us any more information on her question? That would be helpful. So let me put these things away. Giveaway. Get your comments in there. Get your, something in there so that I know you're there. And Alan is going to draw a name for me. He loves when I say that. Let me put these together. It makes it easier for me to hold these up and show you. What does it say?
CC.
Okay.
CECA.
Do you have a last name?
No.
Okay, that would be helpful. But let's see who's out here. So many new names. Danielle, Shirley, Eileen, Ezzy's back. Hi, Ezzy. Donna Huntington, hi. Hello. Who's over here in, oh, Liz. Hey, Liz. How you doing out there in Puerto Rico? Gosh, I bet it's warm there now. I would love that. Who's there? Bianca, Anna, Joe Michelle. Gosh, hi, everybody. Okay. So the giveaway, let me show you what we're going to do. The giveaway is going to be for the Homegrown With Love stamp set, the die set, and we're also going to throw in the Farmer's Market paper pack. All three of those. So get your comments in. Sharon has elaborated on her question. Water-based markers on the stamp. One thing I will tell you, if you're working on the clear stamps, is it's always good to kind of condition them. Now, some people want to take like a like file them and stuff. Don't do any of that. Do not do that, because you're going to ruin your stamps. You don't want to take any rough surfaces to them. By conditioning, I mean stamp with them. Just use, you know, stamp a few times with your ink, and it's always going to leave a little bit of something there, and it kind of conditions it a little bit. When you are using a water base, I will tell you, you might get a little beading with that simply because it is water and you're putting it on a slick surface. So so that could be a little bit of it, but I would say condition your stamps. Definitely condition them by stamping a few times first, so that it kind of, you know, they're not just like brand new, fresh off the line. So that might help, hopefully. Okay, need a name, Alan. Give me a name.
Chris Lawler.
Huh?
Chris Lawler.
Chris
Lawler.
Chris Lawler. Chris Lawler? Is that what you're saying to me?
That's what I'm saying.
He's not writing it on the board in front of me, so I can't
I'm
see
sorry.
what he's doing. We're having a technical error. But Chris Lawler, you are the winner! Chris Lawler. Lawlor. You're the winner. Congratulations. I need you to either send me a private message through Facebook, or you can send me an email. Send it to our customer service email. It's customerservice@ldrscreative.com. That will get to me. And we're going to need your full mailing address. So we need all of that, your name and your shipping address, however you want to put that on there. That would be great. And we'll get all this out to you right away. What else do we have? Let's see. Thursday, I have no idea what I'm doing yet.
No farm stuff.
No farm stuff for Thursday, although I've really enjoyed having Bessie here with me. That's been an absolute blast. And I'm comfy in my flannels. Oh, and let me tell you this. I almost forgot. Don't forget, with all of your orders, okay, when you place an order, you're going to get a free Today's Heroes stamp set in your order. You don't have to put this into your cart. You don't have to select it from anywhere. You're not even going to find it on the store. All right? This is at LDRScreative.com. You're not even going to find it in the store. We're just going to automatically put this in your package, and this is going to be free while supplies last. Okay? It is a really, really, really cute. It's a 4x6 stamp set. It's got sentiments in there. We've got, who do we have on here? We have a nurse. We've got a doctor. We've even got a patient. Okay, those are up the top. We have a police officer. We have grocery carrying, somebody delivering groceries. Somebody, ooh, camera just went out.
Fine here.
And well, are you waiting for it to go out?
You were on so I couldn't power cycle.
What happened? There we go. We have somebody delivering groceries, somebody delivering another package. Maybe that is food delivery, and then we have a teacher over here because they are working so hard to homeschool our kids and put that program together. It's been absolutely crazy. So we're all grateful for everything that they're doing. So this is free. This is my way of enabling you guys so that you can make some cards and get them out to thank all the people that have been helping us all so much during this time. So anyway. Again, I have no idea what I'm doing on Thursday. I've got to come up with something. If you want to put a note out there for a request or something, that would be great. I'm going to be prepping tomorrow, so I will try and post early what I'm going to do. If not, it'll just be that much more of a surprise. So thank you guys so much for coming today. It has been my absolute pleasure. I have had an absolute blast, and it was so great to see so many familiar people and so many new names. It's such a treat for me to know that you guys are interested and care enough to come back and share this time with me. So anyway, that is my whole spiel for the night. It has been wonderful. Thank you so much. Same time Thursday. I hope you guys are here. Have a wonderful, wonderful night. Bye for now.